So, hi, I am Dr. Mahima Bakshi. I'm a woman and child wellness consultant and I'm author of book Birthing Naturally. I am especially making this video for all parents of Manav Rachna International Schools because uh, this period of lockdown is, I'm sure, pretty challenging for the parents because they have to handle all the kids at home and yet ensure that they are making their kids study on time through the online classes that are happening. So, yes, this pandemic is a very tough time and it's also mentally very difficult for all of us. So, not just the adults, but even the children are having a tough time because we all understand that kids are not used to staying at home so much. So, I'm going to share some tips that will help the parents out there to understand on how to keep the kids engaged during the lockdown period and how to ensure that we come up with something constructive at the end of it. So, first tip is that we need to boost the immunity of the children to ensure that they are kept safe from COVID-19 infection. So, eating good is very important, and most of the children are fussy eaters. Yes, we all know that. So, what will help to engage your children in healthy eating? So, for that, I would tell all the moms to indulge in cooking by yourself rather than having somebody else cook and involve the children in cooking. So that's where the importance of each and every food item can be told to the children. And kids nowadays are very smart kids unless and until they understand a scientific importance of something, they just don't follow what the parents tell them to do. So every food item that is healthy for your child that you're using in the kitchen, try to tell them the benefits of it. Try to tell them to Google about it so that they understand and read and learn more about it, and hence they follow it because they would know why it is important and healthy for their immunity. So things like which are rich in vitamin C must be used. Also think of innovative dishes, innovative recipes to make it interesting for your child. We don't want to force your child to eat something just because it's healthy for the child. So this period is actually not just going to be a time where you're actually forcing your child to eat something healthy just because it's important for the immunity, but this is where you can actually encourage and make sure that your child follows a healthy lifestyle in terms of healthy nutrition, not just for this period but for the rest of the life. So to make that happen, you need to make your child understand that why a particular food item is important for the child's immunity and health. So, for example, vitamin C rich food items are very good for the immunity, and a lot of us, when we think about vitamin C, we generally just run after citrus fruits to make sure that we're giving vitamin C to your child. So, yellow bell pepper is also a very good source of vitamin C, it's a good antioxidant. So, think of innovative recipes and try to think beyond our monotonous kitchen routine of healthy food items that we can give to the child. So for example, steamed yellow bell pepper with a multigrain toast and a cheese spread can be a good option as a snack for your child, and at the same time the child also gets a good source of vitamin C and vitamin E. So try to think of interesting recipes in the kitchen and introduce those items to your child by involving your child in preparing it, and at the same time make sure that you sit with your child and eat the same food. We can't expect the children to do something that we are not doing it. So it's important that you also sit with the child to finish that meal and bond over the meal with the child. So that also helps in encouraging and making your child follow healthy eating. Number two is exercising. So yes, we all know that exercising stimulates happy hormones in the body and it also helps in boosting immunity. So we can't just tell our children to just go and do yoga at home or just go and do exercise at home if we are not involved in it, because our habits are what the children will see, learn and observe. So sit with your child and you can do some yoga asanas together and that again acts as a bonding time as well. So especially for most of the working parents, where they usually do not get enough time to bond with the child, this is the time where you can utilize this time in a healthy way to develop your relationship with your child, your bonding with your child, and make it even more strong. So exercise together. Number three is to spend time together in recreational therapies that will help your child to not get bored at home. So for that, it could be a family bonding time over playing board games, or it could be playing games like Sudoku or puzzles that can be done together. So again, it acts as a family bonding, and at the same time it also stimulates your child's brain to think and to do an activity or play an activity or a game which will help in brain stimulation as well. So recreational therapy in a healthy way at home is a good option. Number four is to follow a strict disciplined routine. So do not break the discipline of your child that the child has been following during the normal regular school days. So make sure your child still wakes up at the same time, still sleeps at the same time. Monday to Saturday, let your child follow the same routine as the child was following earlier when the child was going to regular school. Number five is again, the sleep pattern should not get disturbed, because most of the kids at home tend to sleep late and then they wake up late. And also the quality of sleep must be good, because again, sleep is also a factor that helps in boosting the immunity. So quality of sleep can be improved by introducing aromatherapy at night. So you can use some aroma diffuser lamps at night with some good aroma oils that will help in relaxing and creating a good healthy environment in your child's room. And number six is to create a good healthy positive environment at home, and to make sure that you do not yell or scream at your child too much, because I understand a lot of us must be going through a lot of apprehensions and anxiety and frustrations for not being able to step out of the house, but that should not come out in a form where you're actually venting it out on your child. So you need to understand where to control your emotions and communicate in a healthy way with your child, rather than venting out your frustrations in a way probably where you end up screaming or yelling at your child instead of communicating. So use words to communicate rather than expressing emotions in an extreme form that could come out as anger on the child. So your child should not be the ultimate mode in which you're venting out all your subconscious anxiety, frustration and stress on your child. That should not happen. And seven is you must make sure that you're not letting your child stick to the gadgets all the time. So you have to give a time slot between which you're giving your child time to play games on the mobile or the iPad if the child wants to, which is other than the online studying that is happening. So we need to limit the exposure to gadgets during these days. So again, that is something where the parents need to ensure that they are not giving a gadget to the child for 24 hours. So that's where you need to control that as well. So I think that is actually the most important point out of all the points, because excessive screen time can also disturb your internal mental status and will obviously eventually lead to affecting immunity as well. And so to make sure that you're able to follow all these 7 points with your child, you can use incentive therapy for that. So you can make your child follow all these things from Monday to Saturday, and a Sunday could be a day where you give incentives to your child. So if your child is able to follow all the 7 points from Monday to Saturday, you can give an incentive on a Sunday. So that could be in the form of probably some extra pocket money that you can give to your child, and your child can learn how to do savings at this time, understanding the importance of saving money as well. So enjoy all these points and keep your children engaged in constructive activity. Give them activities to do assign them responsibilities in a way where they understand that how each and every family member right now plays a major role, and how family support makes a huge difference when we go through tough times and tough situations like this. And happy bonding to all of you. Let's fight this together and give support to each other as much as possible. So my book, Birthing Naturally, is available on Amazon, and my idea to write this book was to, you know, help moms create a healthy environment inside the womb, around the womb, during the 9 months of pregnancy, to help in a better formation and development of the child, so that the future lifestyle of the child and the future health of the child is made healthy right through the primitive stage, through the formation stage that happens during pregnancy, and even to help moms develop a healthy lifestyle and to help them have a safe and a healthy pregnancy. So my book Birthing Naturally is available on Amazon, and you can recommend it to other moms who are expecting and who are probably planning to have a baby soon.